Hey, what's going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the 9-game NBA main slate on Saturday. A couple things before I get into the video. If you're new to the channel, my name's DK. I make daily videos talking about NBA DFS as well as NFL DFS. I'm also going to have that video up for the Super Bowl showdown. I'm going to have that up probably right after this, so be on the lookout for that. And also, I'm running a weekly $20 PayPal giveaway on my channel. How it works, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. That's one entry in the giveaway. Max one comment per video. So it started with my Monday NBA video at the beginning of the week. We'll go throughout the week, end my Monday NBA video at the end of the week. So however many videos I've uploaded for the week, you can enter the giveaway that many times. If I have 10 videos uploaded for the week, you can enter the giveaway 10 times. And again, the winner receives $20 PayPal from myself. With that out of the way, let's jump into the videos. First, a look back at my lineup here from Friday night. So a little bit tilted here, to be honest, with the Pelicans Grizzlies game blowing out. So yeah, John Morant, JV, and Zion all did not really get any fourth quarter run. Or very little, I should say. Ja was a little bit disappointing for sure. This contest, he was pretty high owned, 37% owned, so a lot of people were high on him as well. I think if he gets his fourth quarter run, he probably gets close to value. Again, he was a little bit disappointing, but I was just really in love with this game. Finished 139-111, so 150 points scored in the game. So, yeah, I was really really high in this game, and unfortunately it blew out. It wasn't too high of a spread. I think it was only like a 5-6 point spread, but sometimes that happens in DFS. The other stack I talked about, which I'm kicking myself for not doing, was the Blazers-Lakers stack. I talked about really liking Lillard, AD, and LeBron. Lillard and AD just went off. LeBron was okay, but LeBron was super chalked. I think in some of these he was like 70% owned in the tournaments, which is crazy. And then the whole Dallas situation, right, with what was that starting lineup? It started J.J. Barea and Ryan Broekhoff. No idea what the minutes were going to be like, so I just rolled with the two cheapest guys, with Barea and Brunson. Barea was really solid starting. Only played 21 minutes, and Brunson got about 20 minutes too. Okay. And then you guys knew what I was doing in my video. I talked about really liking the Denver guys with Barton and Jokic. I took a stand there. Denver ended up winning that game. Barton had 48, finally had the bounce back spot. Also, Harden finally had the bounce back spot as well. And then Jokic could have been a huge night. He got 4 fouls at the beginning of the third. Another very, very tilting thing. He missed out on about 6-7 minutes or so. So if he plays those extra 6-7 minutes, probably gets 50, 55, something like that. JV, again, he didn't really get any fourth quarter run, had 38 fancy points. You got to think if he gets that fourth quarter run, probably gets about 50 or so. And then, yeah, same thing with Zion again. He got limited a bit there. Still pretty solid, 35 fancy points. So, all in all, I just missed the cash in tournaments. Then Porzingis, too. Forgot about him, right? He was not that high on, 56 fancy points. I told you guys I was going there. I just loved his upside with no Luka. The only real risk there was the minutes, but Rick Carlisle extended him to big minutes. So, he went off. Hopefully you guys, played him as well. But yeah, all in all, the Jokic foul trouble and the Memphis, New Orleans blowout really hurt. Like, I just wonder if that game stays close and if Jokic doesn't get in foul trouble. Could have been a huge night for me, but that's how it goes sometimes in DFS. So yeah, that basically wraps up here for Friday night. So let's talk about Saturday slate. And Saturday slate is really interesting. There is a lot of different ways you can go. Again, I'll have I'll have my video up for the Super Bowl showdown. I'll probably have that up right after this, so be on the lookout for that, guys. But yeah, let's take a look at some numbers. So the Minnesota Clippers game is not on the main slate, so don't have to worry about that. We have an ugly game at the top here. Heat Magic 206. Heat favored by 3. Knicks Pacers at 212. With the Pacers favored by 11. We have the Nets Wizards at 241.5. Washington favored by 1. Golden State Cleveland 224. The Cavs favored by 1.5. We have the Hawks and the Mavs 237. The Mavs favored by 5. 76ers and Celtics 214.5. The Celtics favored by 2.5. Hornets Spurs at 214.5. Spurs favored by 8.5. And then Lakers Kings 226.5. With the Lakers favored by 6. And the Jazz Trailblazers right now 227.5. With the Jazz favored by 6. So let's get into it. We'll start at the top with Embiid at 9.6 going up against Boston. I think is definitely doable here. He did get 34 minutes, which is good to see. So it looks like he's back on, he's not really going to be on a minutes limit. The way to attack Boston's front court is with with the bigs. So I'm perfectly fine if you get to Embiid here at 9.6. I think he's a pretty fair price tag. Am I going to go here, though? I don't think so. I'll talk about some other guys priced similarly that I just think I like more. But I'm perfectly okay going to getting to Embiid. Some bonus at 9.5 is doable. Miles Turner back, though. Oladipo back. Brogdon back. Probably not for me. I can still see him getting you there, but I don't think I can get 9.5K for Sabonis. And the reason why I'm not as high as Embiid is because you have Anthony Davis here at 9.3K. 9.3K against the Kings. He played 39 minutes last night. Sure, maybe they limit him a little bit on the back-to-back, but this is just a smash spot for him. 9.3 is way too cheap. I think he's one of the best plays of the night. So I love AD tonight. Again, I'm a bit tilted. So I went over my GPP builds, my two possible builds. One with the Pelicans Grizzlies stack and one with the Lakers Blazers stack. I was like, I'm going back and forth. Ended up going with the Pelicans Grizzlies. Of course, that game blows out, and then Lillard AD go nuts. LeBron was okay too, but if you have Lillard and AD, you're gonna have a big night there. So I like AD once again here, 9.3. That's just way too cheap. Vucevic, Bam, going up against each other are fine. Really, really slow pace game here. I don't think I'm getting to them. Gobert at 8.4. Again, I don't think I get to him either. Randall at 8.3. Tougher spot against the Pacers. I mean, no Elfrid Payton. Maybe it's a little boost. Probably still not for me at that price. Now, Whiteside does intrigue me at 8.1. He had a big game there against the Lakers. 64 fancy points in 34 minutes. We know Utah runs big with Gobert. So they don't really have anyone else. Like they're not going to want to play Caleb Swanigan a lot. I don't really think they can go small ball against the Jazz. But I guess Houston, that worked out when they played PJ Tucker the 5, and then San Antonio also ran Rudy Gay at the 5 a bit against Utah, so I guess there is a chance. But just matchup-wise, I think he really matched up good with Gobert here, both kind of to stay around the rim. So I'm perfectly okay into Whiteside there. I think he goes pretty low owned, but I still like the upside of his price. John Collins at 8K, I think he's okay, but I would just much prefer getting Trae Young on the same team for a little bit more. Aldridge at 7.2 is currently listed as questionable. This is pretty big news. If he can't go, then obviously DeRozan gets a big boost. Then we can look to guys like Jakob Poeltl, guys like Rudy Gay, but their prices are coming up. So definitely something to keep an eye on here with Aldridge status. Porzingis, I love him at 7.2. He got 36 minutes again. That was the big question mark. How many minutes he's going to get? He got 36. Now, sure, it's a back-to-back. I guess they could limit him. I guess they could even rest him. I don't think that's going to happen. But I love him at this price. Way, way too cheap at 7.2, especially in this match against Atlanta. So one of my favorite plays, him and Anthony Davis. Love both of them today. Horford coming back at 6.5 with everyone healthy. Or not everyone, but Josh Richardson's still out. But I don't think I want to go there. It is a revenge spot, but I think there's better ways to go. Jarrett Allen at 6.4 intrigues me just because even with DeAndre Jordan back, he's been getting about 30 minutes or so. He's kind of a frustrating player to roster. He can absolutely crush, or he can just kind of do nothing, right? Just going off game logs. 50 there against Detroit, 14 against the Knicks, 19 against the Lakers, 36 against Philly. So he's one of those players that is very, very up and down, but I could see him having an upside game here. The minutes have been there. Again, really good spot against Washington. So I have some interest in Jarrett Allen there. More of a GPP play, though. Tice at 5.7 against Embiid, I'll pass. Thomas Bryant with Rui coming back, I'm just worried about his minutes. I like the spot here. He's been really good the last couple games. With Mahimi, with now Rui playing 15 to 20 minutes, I'm worried. I'm worried how many minutes he gets. Obviously, if he gets over 20, I would like him, but I don't know if that's the case. So Jakob Poeltl, strictly dependent on LaMarcus Aldridge news. If LaMarcus Aldridge can't go, I would have a good amount of interest in Poeltl. Wouldn't be super, super worried about the game against the Jazz. He picked up 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes, so he missed out on the whole first quarter. I think he would have been on pace probably for closer to 30 minutes. So I do have some interest in Poeltl. The concern is it's Popovich, I guess, and you just never really know. And Charlotte does, they can run small ball too. So that is a slight concern, I guess. Nance has been really solid at 5.5. I'm okay if you want to continue to ride that hot streak. Let's see. Cody Zeller was really good that last game against Washington, but only 24 minutes. I don't think I can pay 5.1K for him. Tristan Thompson, again, him and Nance kind of splitting the center minutes. It really hurts both their fantasy appeals. We have PJ Washington questionable. If he misses, I guess you can consider guys like Miles Bridges or Marvin Williams even. Ugh, I think I just threw up in my mouth. But yeah, I guess you can consider those guys. Deadman at 4.9. He's probably their best bet to try and guard. those centers or even Anthony Davis. So he's definitely doable as a value play here at 4.9K. Marquise Chris at 4.7 is winning some decent minutes with Willie Cauley-Stein gone in Dallas. I have some interest here at 4.7. We know the Cavs run big. He's been getting somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes. I think we get about the same here. 4.7K, the price is coming up. He's no longer a great value play, but I think he is doable right now, 4.7. Let's see. Other options. Hernan Gomez has been getting some decent run off the bench, 19 and 20 minutes. I don't think I can do it, though. I'm just not confident with the rotations there. Other options, Damian Jones got some good run, but that was I think that's partly due to, the matchup there against Embiid. This is a spot where Dallas likes kind of running small with Porzingis at the 5. So I could just see John Collins getting a lot of run at the 5. So I'm just worried about Damian Jones' minutes there. Kelly Olynyk, you got to take into consideration how many minutes he's been getting. 21, 22, 25. I think he's a doable punt play if he's going to get those minutes. Now, we have seen, just to warn you guys, we have seen Kelly Olynyk play decent minutes, and out of nowhere, he gets a DNP or plays 5 minutes. So that is always the risk, but looks like he's in the rotation right now. Other options, not a whole lot down here that I'm interested in. So let's move on to power forward. Power forward at the top again. I already really talked about really liking AD there. Other options, we have Kemba Walker questionable, so if he can't go, you can consider some of those other Boston guys, but the issue is their prices are up. Like Hayward, Tatum, and Brown are all expensive, but they've been pretty solid. And no Kemba in the rotation, that would be a pretty big boost. So you can consider these guys for sure if Kemba can't go. Let's see. Other options here. Not a whole lot I like in this range, to be honest. Bielitsa 6.1. We're probably going to need him to play some decent minutes against the Lakers. I'm okay going there if you want to go there as part of a game stack. Bertan, I don't know. Everyone in Washington with Rui coming back, it's just another body in that rotation. Washington is kind of Brad Beal for me, and that's it. Let's see. Miles Bridges, they priced him up though to 5.5. His minutes are up and down. If PJ Washington misses, he probably gets decent run, probably. Rudy Gay at 4.7. He's someone you could look to if Aldridge comes back. The issue is they priced him up, right? 4.7, no longer a great value play. Let's see. Not a whole lot I like down here, to be honest. Really not a whole lot I like it in this value power forward range. Wenyen Gabriel started there against the Lakers, only played 13 minutes, fouled out in that time. Just too risky in my opinion. So that basically wraps up for power forward. Let's move on to small forward. You got LeBron at the top, who was the absolute chalk last night. 49 fantasy points. He was okay at 10.3. This is, Sacramento has been playing at a faster pace with Fox in the lineup. 10.6K LeBron is definitely doable, and you're going to get the opposite, right? LeBron was the absolute chalk where AD was really low on last night. It's going to be the other way around tonight. AD is going to be the absolute chalk where LeBron is going to be low on. So if your guys taking ownership in consideration for GPPs, maybe pivot to LeBron. Again, I think AD is the better play, but LeBron is also going to be way lower owned. I do like Brad Beal too at 9.9. The minutes, the shot attempts, he had 62. He's been putting up huge numbers. Brooklyn, not very good defensively, so you could definitely run a mini game stack here with Kyrie, Brad Beal. That has a lot of upside. So I do have a good amount of interest there in Beal. Simmons at 9K against Boston, okay. I think I like other spend ups though. I'm fine getting to him. I think he's a safer option. DeRozan at 8.7. Strictly dependent on Aldridge for me. If Aldridge can't go, then I would consider DeRozan, who has really stepped it up the last couple games with no LMA. So yeah, that's strictly dependent on whether or not LMA can go or not. Miami Orlando, this game is really not appealing to me. Not a whole lot I like there in that game. Yeah, again, guys like Tatum, Hayward, Brown, those guys we can look to if Kemba can't go. But the minutes for some of these Sacramento guys, besides De'Aaron Fox, have been not very good. No one's playing big minutes. Hield and Bogdan are kind of splitting the minutes. Corey Joseph's now in the rotation. Bielitsa's minutes have been down. It's kind of tricky right now with the minutes for Sacramento guys. Fournier's questionable. If he can't go, That'd be a slight boost to like Markel Fultz, like maybe Terrence Ross gets a little extra run, but still, that game in general, I'm just not very excited about it. Hardaway Jr. 5.9, okay, but still, like I would like it if it was cheaper. Like I think I prefer the cheaper options here on Dallas. I actually do like Draymond Green a good amount here, 5.7. We know Cleveland runs big. Draymond probably gets over 30 minutes in a close game. So, yeah, I think he is very much a play. Again, this game against Boston was a blowout, so I wouldn't be super, super concerned about only 27 minutes. I do have a decent amount of interest in Draymond there in the mid-range. Other options, again, like Troy Brown. No one really stands out to me on the Washington secondary plays. I think it's Beal. That's it. That's about it. Ingles, I do like Ingles. He always seems like a safe option. We know we're going to get about 30 plus minutes from him. Really good spot against Portland. So, yeah, I do like Joe Ingles a decent amount there, 5.2. Let's see, other options here. Joe Harris, what have his minutes been like? He's just so scoring. He's got to knock down those threes. I think I'd rather play LeVert than Joe Harris, but his minutes have been down. He really has not been good recently, but you're getting a pretty low price in him. Kevin Porter Jr. 4.2, 26 and 29 minutes, which is good to see. I'm okay going him as a value option. There's not a whole lot of like standout value plays right now, but again, things can open up as the day goes on. Like Bazemore, yeah, he's been in the rotation. Just no one's getting big minutes right now for Sacramento besides De'Aaron Fox. I think it wraps up them for small forwards. So let's move on to shooting guard. Again, I already talked about liking Beal there. D'Angelo Russell I like too at 8.5. I know that price is coming up, but this is a really good spot against Cleveland. This game should stay close too, so we probably get 35 plus minutes from D'Angelo Russell. Again, really good spot, so I do have a good amount of interest in there. I think he goes a bit lower on tonight. Dinwiddie, you can go there. Like there are games where Kyrie has an off game where Dinwiddie will take over, but I would just prefer spending up for Kyrie, an extra like 1,500 or so. Let's see, Rozier's very up and down. I think I like other plays a bit more. Donovan Mitchell stands out as a pretty good play. I know he was a big letdown to a lot of people there. Shot about 1 of 12. I'm not super worried about that. Just had a really bad shooting night. This is a really good spot against Portland, and he's priced at 7K. So I think Donovan Mitchell also really stands out as a good play. One of my favorite plays for sure there at that price. Like, don't mind getting to CJ. Like, Donovan Mitchell's going to be way popular, so if you want to pivot, you can look to CJ there. Marcus Smart, this is strictly dependent on Kemba Walker news. If Kemba can't go, I would have interest in Smart because this is where I usually get to Marcus Smart when Kemba misses. His upside is a lot higher playing the point guard. So, yeah, that's strictly dependent on Kemba Walker news. Clarkson's priced up after the big game. I had him in my lineup. That was huge. He had like 40 plus fantasy points. I can't pay 5.5K for him, though. Brunson, I hate Rick Carlisle as a coach for DFS. No, I don't think anyone really sees big minutes. This is such a good spot though against Atlanta. It's just 5.3K for a guy that maybe gets 20 minutes. Like, I would not be surprised if he gets 10 minutes. I would not be surprised if he gets 30 if he plays well. It's just, you don't know. It's so hard to try to predict those minutes for those guys. Shake Milton, I'm not chasing that big game. Let's see. DeLon Wright, again, kind of the same thing. Like, no one really saw big. He got 25 minutes. Rick Carlisle was so frustrating. Other options here, yes. Seth Curry at 5K. He only got 25 minutes. Like, they're all priced up. It's a really good spot, but I don't really think anyone gets huge minutes. Like, I think my favorite player would probably be Barea just because he's the cheapest. He only saw 21 minutes, though. Like, super, super frustrating. I wish there was more, Carlisle was just more consistent with his rotations. Other options here, those San Antonio guards, you can always take a shot in one of them, whether it be Mills, Forbes, Derek White. I'm okay going there. I think that basically wraps it up, though, for shooting guards. So let's talk about point guard here. Luka, again, still out. He's going to be out for a little bit here. So obviously huge. I already talked about really liking Porzingis. I really like Trae Young, too. He's making me a lot of money recently. He's playing huge minutes. He's shooting the ball a ton. Look at his stat lines here. 26 and 16, 45 and 14, 18 and 13, 39 and 18. Like, he's just putting up insane assist numbers. He's shooting the ball a ton. 10.3K against Dallas. I have a lot of interest in Trae Young as a spend up. Really like him. It's just, can you get him with the value price right now? There's not a whole lot of great value, but I really like Trae as a spend up. And you got to take into consideration what Lillard's doing, right? I'm kicking myself for not going him. I was going back and forth that Pelicans Grizzlies stack versus the Blazers Lakers stack. Ended up going with the game that blew out. Lillard had a huge game once again, 48, 10, and 9. That was a tough spot against the Lakers too. This is a tough spot against the Jazz. He's going to be low owned once again, but his upside is just through the roof right now. Like, he is playing the best basketball I've ever seen Damian Lillard played, so you have to consider him here at 10.2K. He's a contrarian spend up, but his upside is still there, even in a bad spot, even with CJ back. Kyrie at 9.1. Kyrie's a very frustrating player to roster also. He is really up and down. 33, 65, 36, 71. He shot the ball 19 of 23. I don't think we can expect that type of shooting performance again, but this is against Washington. So I do like Kyrie a lot too as a spend up. You're going to have to make some tough calls on some of these spend ups. Like, there's a lot of guys in really good spots here. Again, D'Angelo Russell's also up there. Fox, I think, is a little bit more contrarian at 8K, but he's the one guy that's getting some more consistent minutes. If they're going to keep this game close, probably because of a good game from Fox here. So I have some interest there at 8K. I think he's a little bit more contrarian. Again, Kemba, status up in the air. If he plays, I wouldn't really like anything on the Boston side. If he misses, we could look to Smart, definitely, and then those other wings as well. Graham, Dinwiddie, again, don't think we have to go there in the slate. Probably not getting to Rozier either. Already talked about liking Donovan Mitchell, good amount. Let's see. Brogdon's okay at 6.6. Got 36 minutes there against Chicago. I mean, that was an overtime game. The issue here is Miles Turner back, Oladipo now back. Like, his minutes are probably going to go up a bit. So that is a concern, is now they're like a fully healthy team. With Alfred Payton out, this is, I think, where we get some value, whether it be Ntilikina or Dennis Smith Jr. Talk about those guys here in a little bit. Oladipo, don't think I can go there yet unless we get news that his minutes limit is going to go up. 6K for a guy that maybe gets 24 minutes. I got to pass right now. Let's see, other options. Like Markelle Fultz, I guess if Fournier misses, but I just don't like this game a lot for DFS. DeJounte Murray's doable, especially if Marcus Aldridge misses. He's very up and down too, though. Another frustrating player to roster for DFS. Let's see. Conley, I guess, at 4K, we probably get low 20s minutes from him. He's been terrible this year, like absolutely terrible. Not chasing that Corey Joseph game. Maybe Michael Carter Williams gets a little more run, 23, 21 minutes last couple games. I could actually see going to him as a value play if Fournier misses. They could run a little bit 2-point guard action, I guess. So I guess I'm okay with him as a value option. But yeah, Dennis Smith Jr., 3.1. It's going to be him and Ntilikina, most likely splitting the point guard duties with no Alfred Payton. Alfred Payton is playing pretty big minutes, like 30 plus. Dennis Smith Jr. is the guy that has the most upside, but he's also very, very up and down. Ntilikina, where is he at? I think I would have more interest in whoever starts, honestly. Oh, wait. Ruled out against... Oh, so he just got ruled out. Did I miss that? That must have... 11:07. Yeah, that must have just happened. Okay, so now with Ntilikina out, I love Dennis Smith Jr. I mean, let me go to the next. Who else can they really run at the point guard? Right, Peyton out, Barrett out, Ntilikina out, Kadeem Allen. I mean, I guess they could use like guys like Kadeem Allen, Alonzo Trier. Sure, that is a worry. These guys will play most likely, but Dennis Smith Jr. is the guy in my opinion. Sure, he's very up and down. If he starts at almost mid-price, I don't see myself getting away from him right now. There's not a whole lot of great value plays right now. So, yeah, I think that basically wraps it up. Again, if I was giving you guys a core right now, what I would do, I think I'd probably go Dennis Smith Jr. I think I'd probably go, let's see. I think I'd probably go Kristaps Porzingis. Also, really got to like AD at his price. Where's Anthony Davis? AD. And then you got 6K remaining, so Um, Again, there's a lot of really good spend ups here, like Trae Young, Lillard, Kyrie. But I guess we could save a little bit of money and go for safety right now. Donovan Mitchell 7K stands out, so I think that's a pretty good like cash game core right now. But yeah, again, there's a lot of different ways you can go. On the Knicks side, we got Dennis Smith Jr. Should be one of the top value plays of the day with both Peyton and Ntilikina out. On the Pacers side, not a whole lot I'm super interested in with everyone healthy. Miami, Orlando, another game that kind of a pass for me. Two very very low or two very very slow paced teams. Brooklyn and Washington. It's kind of Beal for me, and that's it. And it's kind of Kyrie for me, and that's it. But I like both those guys a lot as spend-ups. Golden State, Cleveland. It's D'Angelo Russell for me at the top. I think he goes pretty low on tonight. I like Draymond in the mid-range. Don't mind Marquise Chris as a value play. On the Cleveland side, didn't really talk about Kevin Love, but he's 6.9K. Like you can definitely go there. I think he's a little bit underpriced, but not a whole lot else really stands out for me. Again, Thompson and Nance kind of splitting the center minutes. Philly, Boston. On the Philly side, this game, another game that should be played at a pretty slow pace. I'm okay getting to one of those guys, but no one really stands out to me. On the Boston side, kind of dependent on Kemba News. If Kemba can't go, it's Smart and those wings that you can consider. Atlanta, Dallas, this is a pretty appealing game. I really like Trae Young at the top. Everything else, though, for the Atlanta side, no one really stands out. On the Dallas side, it's kind of Porzingis for me that really stands out, and that's about it. Like, I'm okay taking a shot in one of those guards, but it's Rick Carlisle, and we just don't know what the rotations are going to be like. And then Charlotte, San Antonio, not a whole lot I'm super excited about on the Charlotte side. San Antonio kind of dependent on Aldridge News. If he can't go, we can look to DeRozan. We can look to Pirtle as a value play. Lakers and the Kings. AD stands out as one of the top plays of the day at that price. You can look to LeBron as a contrarian option for sure. Again, it's going to flip-flop last night. Last night, LeBron was the super chalk. AD was really low owned. Tonight, it's going to be AD the super chalk. LeBron's going to be super low owned. On the Kings side, it's kind of Fox for me. Deadman's okay too, who I think probably gets decent minutes against the Lakers front court. And then the Jazz-Portland game, Donovan Mitchell really stands out his price. I have some interest in Joe Ingles as well as a cheaper option. On the Portland side, you have to consider what Lillard's been doing. He's been on an absolute tear, so I think he's very much viable as a spend up. I have some interest in Whiteside as well. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So if you have been enjoying the content, would really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe. Again, if you want to get entered in the giveaway, all you have to do is a like and a comment of the video. It's one inch in the giveaway. I'll be back for another video to break down Sunday's NBA slate. Again, I'm going to have my video up for the Super Bowl. Probably after this, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks again for everyone to come and check out the video, and I will see you guys all later.